What you are about to experience is out of this world. Politics, history, and of course, a lot of entertainment. It's time to rock it with the Docket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kyle Dockery with the Dockery Docket. We are here with another exciting episode of the Dockery Docket. I'm excited to be here, and I hope that you are excited to be here as well. And if you are excited to be here as well, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so then you never miss one of my videos. So there is a big issue in our political climate right now that may be detrimental to the country and also to the next presidential election. Now, this is the safety of Donald Trump. You know, it's not just Donald Trump. It is the safety of J.D. Vance, Tim Walz, and Kamala Harris. Because I believe that if Trump isn't safe, then none of these different people are actually safe, which is absolutely terrible for this country. I don't want to see anyone get assassinated or even shot at again. But Trump once again continues to receive threats of assassination, and so far has survived 2 people trying to take him out. Right now, Trump is dodging bullets like Neo in the Matrix, and he is still doing campaign rallies outside. Like I said in the first assassination video, Trump has balls made out of titanium, and at a recent rally, he said this about the attempts on his life.
No threat will shake me, no enemy will intimidate me, and I have never been more determined than I am today, and I will never back down in my fight to make America great again, which is what we're doing.
I honestly just can't imagine what's going through his mind about how many people actually want him killed. Trump has even claimed in a statement that now he is surrounded by more Secret Service members than ever before. And my biggest fear right now is that there will be another assassination attempt before November. And this time, it could be successful. I'm hoping not, but there's always a possibility that someone could get a shot off. And it's terrible. We all remember the first assassination attempt on Donald Trump, right? Trump was speaking, turned his head, and a bullet grazed his ear. Luckily, the would-be assassin was shot and killed on the roof that wasn't protected by the Secret Service because the roof was sloped. Now, it has been a little while since I talked about that assassination attempt because I thought, well, it's over. Trump is safe. We can go on our merry way. However, people are starting to take a deeper look into this assassination attempt and realizing that there was some shady stuff going on that definitely shouldn't have happened. As there was a 94-page report that was released by the Department of Homeland Security, the Governmental Affairs Committee, and the Permanent Committee on Investigations. And they determined that the Secret Service lead advance agent for the Trump rally wrote in a security planning document that there was no adverse intelligence concerning the 45th president's visit to Butler, despite being notified of an unspecified threat. So this person is saying there was no threat at all. No threat when there actually was a threat. And the report concluded that Crooks, the shooter, ability to carry out the assassination attempt against Trump was foreseeable and preventable, and the result of failures in planning, communication, security, and the allocation of resources by the Secret Service. The report also said that at least 8 Secret Service agents were made aware of a suspicious person with a rangefinder nearly a half an hour before the shooting took place. If the Secret Service can't go and investigate these different things, if a sniper can't see a person on a roof with a gun and doesn't take a shot to end the threat, then Trump is not safe. Now, the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump was a little bit different. It wasn't on TV and he didn't get hurt. It was at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. A Secret Service agent was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engaged with that individual, at which time the individual took off. The Secret Service was able to get some shots off at the guy, but they didn't kill the guy, but the guy ran away and left his gun on the ground, which was an AK-47. Luckily for this assassination attempt, the shooter didn't get any rounds off. Now, this doesn't mean that Donald Trump is safe, does it? This was on a Sunday, and for Trump, he never releases his schedules on Sunday. So either the shooter had no idea when Trump was going to be on the golf course, so he just sat there for hours waiting, or he got someone in his ear telling him that Trump was going to be on the golf course that day, or he was watching Trump for a very long time and knew what his schedule was, or he just got lucky and was walking by and saw Trump playing golf and had his gun with him and just wanted to shoot him. And the problem is that we really don't know what the situation is or how this person knew where Trump was going to be. Now, luckily, this guy was arrested and a note was discovered in a box at, I believe, one of his friend's house. It is quite chilling, as it is addressed to the world and claimed, "This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I failed you." The letter also read, "I tried my best and gave it all the gumption I could muster." Then he made a public plea to someone to finish the job and offered that person $150,000 as a bounty. Even though this person is in jail and will probably be in jail for a very long time, why was it that the DOJ decided to release this letter to the public? Maybe someone could be motivated to finish the job and hopefully get the bounty even though the guy's in jail. And if Trump has a bounty on his head, then guess what? Donald Trump is not safe. So the last two attempts on Donald Trump's life have come from crazy left-wing nutjobs that forgot to take their Trump derangement pills. But there's actually a deeper plot that has come out from the Iranian government. Even the guy that tried to assassinate Trump the second time had ties to Iran, as the second assassin wrote a book talking about Ukraine, and he mentioned Iran a dozen of times, and he wanted to join his Iranian friends and protest. And in one passage, he mentioned, "You," meaning Iran, "are free to assassinate Trump, as well as me for that error in judgment and the dismantling of the nuclear deal. No one here in the United States seems to have the balls to put natural selection to work, or even unnatural selection." He wants Iran to kill Donald Trump. It was later determined that this guy was acting alone. There was no evidence that he had really any ties to Iran. But there was someone that actually did have a link to the Iranian government, and he wanted to assassinate Donald Trump. His name is Asif Merchant, who, according to the FBI affidavit, claimed he came to America to assassinate a political person. At first, this person didn't admit that it was Donald Trump that they wanted to kill, but looking at other evidence and documents, it all confirmed that Iran wanted Trump killed, and they were willing to pay someone $1 million to do it, more than the other bounty. And according to the New York Times, this merchant guy was remotely scouting Trump rallies. Then he would send a written report on the security, how many guards, how many body scanners, and then he would send it all back to Tehran. After he was arrested, he described how he or someone else from Iran was going to pull off this assassination attempt. It involved a crowd, a staged demonstration intended to serve as a distraction, a target at a podium, and security all around. And now this has been happening for a very long time, as there is even a video of Iran attempting to kill Donald Trump. It's very spooky. And it seems like Iran has been thinking about this for a very long time, but what could be the reason that Iran wanted to kill Donald Trump? Well, some believe that it was because of the assassination of Iran General Soleimani, as in Iran, he was a very popular figure, and he was claimed to be like a son to the supreme leader. After he was killed, the Islamic Republic singled out Trump and every U.S. official involved, planning for justice. Iran wants revenge, and we cannot let that happen. If there are countries around the world that are trying to kill our political leaders or frontrunners to become the leader, then Trump is not safe. It also doesn't help that the media continues to claim that Trump is to blame for his own assassination attempts and going on TV and claiming that Trump should be killed. Even if it is something funny, it still isn't a good look or something good to joke about. As Joe Biden was recently on The View and claimed that Donald Trump had no redeeming value, which is a weird thing to say about a person. And then Whoopi Goldberg was talking about how Trump was like a bug, and then Joe Biden acted like he was killing a bug. Take a look at this video.
He just wouldn't go. He was like a bug. He just kept being there. He was like a bug right there. So you felt...
Listen, I get it. Joking around is fun. I do it all the time. But saying stuff like this right after Trump was almost assassinated is uncalled for. Along with that, people in Joe Biden's cabinet jumped on this as well, as Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said this about the former president.
How did we get here? Let's extinguish him for good. We have an answer. We have a remarkably talented candidate who is sincere, who's pragmatic, who's open. Let's just get it done.
Extinguish Trump for good. What exactly does that mean? Does it mean just vote him out? Or does it mean something more? Does she want Trump killed? Listen, I understand that Trump's rhetoric is not perfect. He makes jokes, he calls Kamala Harris mentally ill, and Joe Biden a terrible president. However, I haven't heard him, or any Republican for that matter, call for the assassination or the killing of Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. They also haven't had to deal with any real assassination attempts, which I think is awesome, and I hope that they never will. I don't want any politician to get hurt at all. We also need to make sure that we take these threats seriously. Right now, there are a bunch of rumors going around as well, talking about the assassination of Donald Trump. There was some crazy guy in Idaho who made 9 phone calls to Donald Trump's residence in Florida, and in one of those calls, he claimed that he was going to be in Bedminster and find Trump. Yes, this person lived far away, but the threat was still serious, and this guy was actually arrested. Along with that, there have been rumors that 9 surface-to-air missiles were smuggled into Mexico and could be used by the Mexican cartel to shoot down Donald Trump's plane. Once again, this is a rumor, but we have to make sure that we remain vigilant, or the Republican nominee could be in danger. And with that, I just want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Dockery Docket. And until next time, like my mom always says, be good, be kind, be loving, goodbye.